Hello guys, good evening. You are welcome to my YouTube channel, the Explicit Tutorials, and my name is Dr. Joseph. In today's video, we'll be taking a topic called empirical and molecular formula. Please, as you are watching this video, endeavor to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Now, sometimes most persons or most students take empirical formula for molecular formula. The difference is very simple. Just listen. Now, the empirical formula of a given compound shows the ratio present in that compound, shows the number of ratios present in that compound. But the molecular formula of a compound shows the number of atoms present in the compound. I said the empirical formula shows the number of ratios present in a given compound, while the molecular formula shows the number of atoms present in that compound. Take for example now glucose. Glucose is C6H12O6. Alright, so this is the molecular formula of what? Glucose. This is the molecular formula of glucose. But the empirical formula now is 6 into 6 is what? 1. 6 into 12 is what? 2. 6 into 6 is what? 1. Therefore, this becomes what? The empirical formula. So this can be written as CH2O. Alright, so this is the empirical formula of glucose, which is what? CH2O. Another example is hydrazine. Hydrazine. Alright, hydrazine is N2H4. This is what? The molecular formula of what? Hydrazine. But the empirical formula is 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 4 is what? 2. Therefore, this becomes NH2. Alright? This is the empirical formula of hydrazine, but this is what? The molecular formula of what? Hydrazine. It shows the ratios present in the compounds. The another example is hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide. H2O2. This is the molecular formula of what? Hydrogen peroxide. But the empirical formula is 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 6 is what? Oh, H2O2. So 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 2 is what? 1. So we now have what? HO. This is the empirical formula of hydrazine, and this is what? The molecular formula of hydrazine. Take note of that. You have numerous examples, but on the board we have two questions that involve the empirical formula. All right, two questions that involve empirical formula. The first one says the percentage composition of a fruit sugar was found to be 40% carbon, 6.7% hydrogen, and 53.3% oxygen. Find the empirical formula. The first thing you have to do is this. Look at your elements. Alright, so these are what? The elements. The next thing is to bring out what? Their composition. Carbon is what? 40.0. Oh God. Then hydrogen is what? 53.3. Hydrogen is 6.7, then 53.3. Right, the next thing is to divide each element by their mass number. I have divided by 12, divided by 1.01, then divided by what? 16. Please let me stop. Now I have 40 divided by 12 equals, I have 3.33, then 6.7 divided by 1.01 equals 6.63, then I have 53.3 divided by 16, I have 3.33. Alright, so the next thing to do is to divide through by the least value. These are the smallest values. You say 3.33, 3.33, 3.33. Alright, of course, these they are elements, don't forget elements. Then the next one is what? Their composition. This is their mass number. Alright, the next one is what? Divide through by what? The least value. This is what? The least value. Alright, this divided by this is 1. You are going to be having 2 here, and you are going to be having what? 1. Therefore, you see the empirical formula of this compound becomes C1. You need to write C1, just write C. Then H what? 2. Then what? O. O1, just write it as what? O. So this is the empirical formula of this compound, alright? This is what the empirical formula 1 to ratio 2 to ratio what? 1, alright? The next one is ascorbic acid. I believe what we just did was understood, alright? Let's take number 2, which involves what? Ascorbic acid. So I'll leave the elements. I said ascorbic acid has the following composition: 40.91 carbon, 44.58%, 54.551%. You now have carbon is what? 40.91. Okay, you have 4.58. You have 54.51. You know what to do, right? The next one is divide both sides by what? To divide each element by their mass number. 1.0116. Okay, so I have 40.91 divided by 12. I'll have 3.41 approximately. Then I have 4.58 divided by 1.01, and we have 4.53. Then I have 54.51 divided by 16, and we have 3.41 approximately. Alright, so what do? Divide both sides by the least value. So we say 3.41, 3.41, 3.41. Because this is what? 1. This one is what? 1. So let's try this one out. 4.53 divided by 3.41. Okay, let's wait, I'm coming, excuse me. 4.58 divided by 0.41. Okay, let's use 1. Let's use 1. Alright. Or since we'll be using 101, let's stick to that. 1.01. So I'm going to be having 3 points. Okay, 1.33. 1.33. Now, this one is a what? Decimal. It occurred as what? Decimal numbers. Alright. For you to make it whole number, what do? You divide both sides by what? 3. Divide both sides by 3. Since we are discussing what? Ascorbic acid. Okay, now, okay, let's do it. 1 point. If we should divide through by 2, we are going to be having 2. You'll be having another, I think 2.66. We are going to be having 2. So we have to make it a whole number without what? This point. So the next number is 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 times 3 times 1.3. Okay, let's use 1 by raising 1. 4 1, I'll be having 3 4. So we are going to be having 1.3. Okay, let's times this. 3.41 times 3. I'm going to be having 4. then 3. Alright, so you have, now the reason I decided to use 1, I know in the first instance, which was number 1, we use 1.01, it's correct. Okay, now ascorbic acid has in atom mass molecular formula as C3H3 and O3. Take note of that. So in this case, carbon, the empirical formula of this idiot now becomes empirical formula equals C3H4O3. Alright, so this is what the empirical formula of this compound. Alright, this is what the empirical formula of this compound. Take note of that. Please, thanks for watching, and please endeavor to subscribe, like, share and comment. Do have a wonderful night rest.